Hi, this is Brad with Copper Creek Cuts, a lawn care company in Northeast Florida. Today we're going to talk briefly about how I managed to get 50,000 subscribers in just a little bit over 2 years and 9 months on YouTube. Now, first of all, don't think that by my making this video, I think that in the grand scheme of things, 50,000 is some huge accomplishment. Just for sake of comparison, there's a fellow whose channel I watch sometimes. His channel started several months after mine, and he is somewhere near 750,000 subscribers. So in less time, much higher. So I don't think that 50,000 is, some crazy number when you look at YouTube as a whole. But when you narrow your focus down to lawn care and landscape companies that have YouTube channels, then 50,000, it looks a little bit more impressive, right? And I try and say that, I stammer because I try and say that kind of stuff without sounding arrogant. But there are only a handful of channels that have passed that number. So we're going to talk about the 3 main reasons why I think that I have so many subscribers, especially when you compare them to channels that have been around much longer. And for sure, number 1 is content, the type of content that I create. Now, when I started researching on YouTube for my own company, as I was going to start, this is towards the middle and end of 2016, as I started to start my company in 2017, found lots of great advice on business topics, but I also found a channel called Something to Look At. And this was a guy who, he just showed himself mowing really tall grass, and people loved it, right? His videos had hundreds of thousands of views. At that time, some of them were close to 1 million. At this point, they've passed 1 million. But very early on, that let me get a clue that, okay, this is something that YouTube likes. This is something that people like. I need to keep this in mind. So when I started making videos in April 2017, my business was 4 months old. Sure, I had an extensive history in the corporate world, in health insurance, medical insurance, some of the finances that go along with that. But as far as running a lawn care business or running a business period, I didn't have much to share. And you'll still see that very rarely do I put out business videos simply because I haven't been doing this very long, and I think other people give a lot better advice than I do. So what am I to do? I want to make videos, but I don't have a ton of business experience. Well, I can show myself working. That way, even if you don't like me, my style of presentation, if you don't like the equipment I use, you still can't deny that at the beginning it looked like this and at the end it looked like this, right? So that's what I did. And very early on, I think August or September, I was able to put up one of the videos that you may have seen, mowing the most overgrown lawn of my career. And that video exploded. It took off, and that kind of cemented for me, okay, this is what, if I want views, this is what I need to do. And I'll be completely honest with you, I do want views. I've heard people say, and I'm not saying anything bad about them, I'm not saying I doubt their sincerity, but I've heard people say, I would still make YouTube videos even if nobody watched them. For me, no, that's not going to happen. The amount of time that it takes, it can turn a 40-minute mowing job into an hour and 20 minutes to film it. It can easily double the amount of time, at least the way I film it, right? Where you've got a tripod on a camera like you see here, and I move it around to different spots. The editing, the compiling, the rendering, getting a thumbnail, the description, the tags, the cards, the end screens, all that stuff. The amount of time that it takes away from my family, if I wasn't getting anything in return for that, if nobody was watching, I wouldn't do it. That's just not for me. It's too much of an investment in time to not have any return. So what you'll see is that I focus heavily on the videos that get the most views, and that's because that's what it's going to take for me to keep doing this. If everybody stopped watching my channel tomorrow, would I still make videos? I don't think so. I'd still mow those overgrown lawns because they pay well and because they're very enjoyable to me. But if there weren't an audience to share that work with that also enjoys that type of work, it would lose a lot of its appeal for me. And while I wouldn't say you need to do everything I've done if you want to grow, if you are trying to grow a channel, you've got to pay attention to what most people like or what a large audience would like. A large audience is not going to be interested in why you should set up Yardbook to accept credit card on file right out of the gate of your business, and that's going to save you from chasing money. It's a great business topic, and it's one that really helped my business out. Jonathan Christian at Florida Turf Pros did a video on that late 2016 that molded my business into doing that from the very beginning, and I love it. But that's never going to be a video that gets 1 million views, right? What will get 1 million views is pressure washing a dirty driveway. Go figure. So that's one reason why I have so many subscribers in this tiny community, is because I make content that's widely widely appeals to a large audience. Number two is consistency. Except for maybe 3 or 4 times where some family thing has made me forget to publish a video when I'm supposed to, or the first 6 or 7 months when I was doing 3 videos a week, I've put out 2 videos a week without fail this entire time. I've never stopped. When you stop uploading, especially if like you've got, if you're further up north and you've got a lawn care company that just doesn't do much during the winter, you might shutter your channel and not have any activity for months. I've seen that happen to some guys who have been on here a long time, and YouTube hates that. YouTube does not like that at all. Again, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with taking a break. You certainly should not push yourself to the point of burnout. But again, in the context of this discussion, how I got so many subscribers so quickly, I feel like that's one of the reasons too. YouTube has seen that I'm somebody who no matter what is going to have videos out on Tuesdays and Thursdays for the entire year. And when you're talking about a YouTube algorithm, it likes consistency. It would rather you put out 1 video a month for 12 months than in 1 week upload 12 videos and not do anything else during the year. If you didn't do anything different except for those 2 things, you'd see more success uploading 1 video a month than dumping all 12 at once and not doing anything for a year, if that makes sense. Consistency, that's the second reason. The third reason is communication. I don't want to make this some stupid 3 C's of YouTube growth or something, but content, communication, and consistency. Communication. There are some channels who have started doing it, but I don't know many that from the beginning have responded to every single comment. I'm not saying there aren't any, I'm just saying I'm not aware of a lot. I have responded, with the exception of just patently abusive comments or ones that are racist or just rude. Those ones I don't really respond to. Sometimes I'll even hide the people off my channel if it's just a super negative comment. With those exceptions, I've responded to every single comment on every single video that I have ever received. That is a huge time commitment. During the busy times, so spring and summer, and then again sometime in the fall when my videos get a lot of views, that can take between 30 and 40 minutes a day to respond to all the comments I've gotten. It's a ridiculous time investment. But think about this. If you had a channel or a video that you had some interest in, enough interest to post a comment, and then the creator of that video took time out to comment on your comment, would that make you more or less likely to subscribe to that person? Probably most of us would argue it's not going to hurt your chances, right? Maybe it doesn't help a ton, but it's not going to hurt. So I reach out to every single person that comments. That's one thing that I've seen some people do too, is that they'll publicly say, I'm going to respond more to comments this year. And they never do. And I don't know if responding to comments helps, but I think when you say you will and you don't, that hurts. If there's no expectation, but you are always responding, I think that helps. Those are the 3 main reasons why I think I've experienced such growth. All that's going to sound real arrogant because I'm talking about how good I do. That's not the point. Please don't think I'm trying to brag. I just want to answer some questions that I've got on how do you think you've done this, or why are you doing this when other guys have had channels around for longer and aren't as big as you. So hopefully that answers that question. If you're interested in the 50,000 subscriber giveaway, you had to sit all through that. I apologize. What we're going to do, this is the easiest way I can think to do it. We have an Echo 2320T string trimmer from Echo. We've got several months of premium Yardbook service. We've got a 5-gallon SureCan gas can. We've got some PPE from KastKing. We have some stuff from me. I'm going to do 10 of these packs. So you get a beanie, you get a couple of samples of Echo Red Armor, you get 2 stickers, and you get 2 coasters. So those 2, 4, 6, 7 things all together. That's one pack. I'm going to do 10 of these. We're also going to do the Piston from when I murdered that Poolin Pro string trimmer. So basically there's 6 different categories of prizes that you might be interested in. As far as the rules, you have to be 18, you have to live in the United States because of shipping. If you are international, just go ahead and post sticker or something like that, international sticker, and I'll try and accommodate as many of those as I can. I should be able to, with a $1.10 international stamp, I should be able to stuff some of these in, and I'll do that for my international folks. In the comments below, comment which category you'd like to be considered for. This weekend, I'll go ahead and pick winners and do a follow-up video so that those folks can then get in contact with me, and we'll get you in contact with the companies so they can drop ship your prizes to you, or I'll get your information so I can send my stuff to you. If you want another chance to win, there's going to be a corresponding Instagram post that basically gives the same information. Post that same stuff there and be following on that Instagram so that then you've got another chance to win. We're going to do the same thing there. I have to finish by saying thank you so much for subscribing if you are a subscriber. Now the funny thing is, most subscribers won't see this video. I don't know why, but giveaway videos don't do very well. But again, those rules will be down in the description. If you've got questions, leave them down below in the comments. I respond as quickly as possible, almost daily. If you'd like to see some more videos, here's some that YouTube thinks you might like. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it.